I understand you want to be an ice dog.
The Fairbanks Ice Dogs begin their 17th season as a junior hockey organization. The program has grown from Junior B to one of the most successful Junior A programs in the North American Hockey League. From 2010 to 2012, the Ice Dogs played in 3 consecutive Robertson Cup tournaments, winning the national title in 2011. We want you to be the player that carries that tradition forward.
Yeah, more importantly than on the ice when we start the process is what you are off the ice, you know, and you hear all the cliches thrown around: character, honesty, integrity. Those are used, but we're really important not only about those, but the values, the type of family they were brought up in, how their education, how they, you know, how they treated their teammates, their former coaches. We really turn over all the rocks there to make sure a kid's going to be a fit, because we're a small community, as you know, and you know, everything you do is in a fishbowl, so we got to make sure we have the right player, the way he acts outside the glass before he even talks about what he can do inside the glass.
I think it's putting the right group of guys into a locker room and then throwing the right guys onto the ice at the right times. And you know, we've been pretty fortunate here over the last 5-6 years to make sure that we're bringing the right players up to Fairbanks. I want a player that's very accountable and responsible. Player that shows up on time, does the right things on and off the ice, and I think most importantly has the potential to play Division I hockey.
7 former Ice Dogs have won D1 or D3 national titles as collegiate hockey players. In the past 6 years, 52 Ice Dogs have committed to play Division I college hockey. Those D1 committed players span across 27 collegiate teams and 6 conferences.
Yeah, well, I think over the last 2 years, our number is 20 that we've helped move on to Division I programs, and each year those players that move on to Division I, they write a little something up on the locker room wall. So it's the first thing you see once you come into the locker room every single day. So that's what the other players that are still in that locker room are striving to get to. They want to write their name on the wall.
The bottom line mission statement for this hockey team is very simple. Give a kid a chance to play the game they love and get an education paid for. That's it, bottom line. Yeah, we have to fill seats. Yeah, we have to have winning teams. But all that will take care of itself if you have the right personnel, which we've been fortunate to do for a lot of years. We have things put in place to give the kids all the tools to succeed. Whether you talk about a full-time athletic trainer every morning, a full-time equipment guy, a full-time strength and conditioning, the full complement of staff. So they have all the tools they need to succeed. We have put in place through the years in this organization that we're leaving nothing on the table, that it becomes simply of the kids taking care of their actions away from the rink and getting better and doing the right things on the rink. Then when those two are put together, they'll get their opportunity to play Division I college hockey.
Fairbanks is a hockey town that supports its team like no other junior hockey city. The Dogs play in the historic Big Dipper Ice Arena, where they annually lead the NAHL in sellouts. In 2012-2013, the Dogs sold out 24 of 28 home games. In short, if you have what it takes to play for Fairbanks, you had better be prepared to play in a barn packed with rabid Ice Dog fans.
I mean, you really can't describe it. You got to be there. It's unreal to have 2,400 people there cheering you on, all rooting for the same goal to get that W at the end of the night. It's just the best feeling ever.
I don't think there's anything to prepare a player for the environment that comes with playing at the Big Dipper. It's the best junior rink there is. The fans are right on top of you, and you know, they're our seventh player out there, so we feel we have an advantage every time we step onto home ice.
If you're going to be an athlete, and especially in this game, there's no question, everybody watching this video, any hockey player has been known to border on the side of confidence slash cockiness, I guess. And for you as a kid to play in front of a sold-out building, I mean, there's nothing better. It's what makes you go. I mean, versus playing in front of 200 or 400 people. It's going to give you the extra motivation, the extra push. Right, wrong, or indifferent, that's factual. When those kids come off the ice and just wide-eyed, I mean, it's exciting because we've leapfrogged this program on something that was here for a long time with Gold Kings hockey. The reason I got up here to Fairbanks, and we've kind of piggybacked on that and tried to make it even bigger and better. And it's you know, it's what there is to do in Fairbanks. 2 weekends a month, you're coming to the Big Dipper to watch the Ice Dogs, and when these kids come off the ice in our amazement, I mean, that there again, those are our best tools for recruiting. They can go back and tell their buddies what it's like to play at the Dip.
When the Dogs are away from the Dip, there are no 20-plus hour bus rides, even though the closest opponent is over 500 miles away. The team travels by chartered and commercial airlines to away games.
It's pretty sweet. It's unreal. No long bus trips. That's the worst. It's being cramped up on a bus for 10 or more hours. So
we fly into every single location that we play, down to Kenai River on a Friday morning. We leave at 8 o'clock in the morning. We get into Kenai at 10:30. It's a nice little luxury, a nice little bonus that we have, just being able to do that. And I think most important thing about the travel is that our team seems to really come together and develop good chemistry when we travel together.
You know, at the end of the day in junior hockey, you're kidding yourself if you forget the only assets you have are your players. In every business, you talk about taking care of your assets. Well, other than a skate sharpener and a set of jerseys, what we have is our players, and I want to make sure they're taken care of. And when we say taken care of, the type of hotels they stay at, the type of meals, again, we fly everywhere from city to city. We don't spend a lot of bus time. I want to make sure they have the appropriate opportunity, whether they're still high school kids, getting to have proper time for their education and their studies. You know, the rest, the wear and tear, we actually, you know, obviously we have a travel schedule. I want to make it so it puts our kids in the best position to succeed.
By virtue of this invite to main camp, you have the chance to join the proud tradition of Ice Dog hockey. What is done with that opportunity is up to you.
it's a tradition of hard work and character, and just to be able to be a part of that tradition is great, and be able to carry it on is even better. It's a huge honor to be able to put on that logo every day.
It's all about pride for the community, pride for the guy that's playing next to you. We just try to build on the program every single year, whether it's, adding something here, adding something there, but the tradition, we just try to keep the same of winning, developing, and helping players move on to college hockey.
The adventure of living in Alaska, I mean, it's on everyone's bucket list, the adventure of playing in front of a sold-out rink every single night, being in a community that really cares about the kids, the billet families that open up their houses, the kids integrating within the school system and being role models The real telltale sign of these players that have moved on is when they come back to me and tell them how their maturation process was the largest ever in the 2-year window for most of them while they were in Fairbanks, because the experiences that they can gain, there's not a lot of bells and whistles. You're coming here to be a hockey player, we're going to give you all the tools to be a hockey player.